welcome to the Lime Banana Podcast with me, Ben.
And me, Michael.
Today is the second episode, so let's get started.
How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing well, Michael. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. So I've brought something, Jelly Fanta.
Yeah.
We'll probably try that a bit later. First,
Alrighty.
I want to talk about our celebration afternoon on Saturday.
Night.
Last week. Basically, when the first podcast came out.
Well, it was like after recording it, yeah.
We went out to the pub. We had a drink. And it was good. And then we decided, because I had told Ben that there was a party going on, decided to go to someone else's house with, Canadian Club. Surprise them, turns out only one other person was there.
Yeah.
So we had to go to the nightclub because...
We didn't have to go to the nightclub.
We got dragged into it.
Yeah, our good pal Jeebus. I think he doesn't mind us mentioning his name.
No, he would love it.
He'd love the publicity. Anywho, yeah, we went to the nightclub. I was actually a bit drunk. Oh my god, yes, I got a bit drunk. Woo! Yeah, I had maybe 3.5 to 4 cans of the Canadian Club.
Plus a pint of Super Dry.
As well as like a shot of Jim Beam or...
Didn't you have 2?
No, I only have 1.
Oh.
I mean, it was poured in the bottom of like a regular water glass, so...
Then we went down and you had 2 standard drinks.
Yeah, I had like a midi, and then Michael gave me like half of his drink.
Now, I don't consider you and I, nightclub dancers, because...
Don't.
When we went there, we were literally forced to get up and dance. I disappeared twice. Like, this is before the club. This was like pre-club. They had a band playing.
Yes, the band.
And we were, forced to dance.
Oh, yes.
So I did the whole I'll be back, guys, and I actually had 2 drinks before I saw you guys again. I sculled one. A friend who was working at the bar, I was like, give me another one. She was like, oh, that kind of night? I'm like, yep.
Good old drinking.
She's like, what's going on? I'm like, I have to be social today. After a while of coming back and, some good songs came on, so Ben and I got up and danced with our friend Jeebus. 2 weeks beforehand, my friend and his cousins went out drinking and I was introduced. Pretty good guys. So, what do you do when you see someone in public? You generally stop, say, hey, maybe shake a hand, fist bump. When I walked into the bathroom, he stopped washing his hand. Well, not when I walked into the bathroom, after I got out of the toilet. So, his hands are now clean. Mine are, dirty from using the toilet. I decided to shake his hand and say, how you going? I don't think I'm going to be drinking with this guy again. He gave me this look like, dude, you just got out of the restroom. My hands, both, his hands are drenched.
Oh my god.
What was funny too is that, when you sometimes accidentally turn the tap on and, you get, recoil water splashing your groin area. He was trying to dry that with the hand dryer, so he was pretty drenched and he was having a rough night. It was pretty awkward. Because he was trying to explain to me everything that's going on.
He didn't know how to use a simple sink. No, he might have been a bit drunk. That night was alright. We went to the nightclub after... I mean, they call it the nightclub, but as I've been told, it's not really a nightclub.
It's literally, that see-through, tinted kind of bit of plastic that they would have. It's kind of like they put those in front of a light bulb. And
they have some smoke machines and stuff, but I went out because there's a nightclub and then there's a part where you sit outside if you don't really want to dance.
It's normally for smokers, though.
I just went out there because it got a bit boring, frankly.
Got a bit boring, Ben. So,
really
if
boring.
any of you want a good time, Ben dances like he's a part of the Mary Poppins set.
Look, if you ever see me in public, ask, hey Ben, show me the Mary Poppins moves, and I'll be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Literally, I can't explain he was doing a rain dance.
I was just trying to fit in with everyone.
We had Jeebus come up to you so many times through the night, and he was like, stop it. Can you please stop? And you just kept on going.
For some reason, he was embarrassed by what I was doing. And it's like, mate, and he's like, I'm never going to take you out again. Dude, alright.
Talking about the guy who I bumped into the toilet, shook his wet hands. This was going to lead on to, how do you make friends as an adult?
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Normally it's through work, I would assume, or maybe hobbies.
Or people who you knew when you weren't an adult, who are now an adult, and you decide to befriend them now.
Like, for me, we obviously knew each other in school. And then I have someone I've known since I was a kid, and we share a mate, and then I met his cousins not too long ago. But, that I don't understand how to make friends, Ben.
Well, I mean, you make friends through other friends or siblings, but another way you can make friends, tell me I'm old school, but is online. You can make friends with people who live in America.
Sometimes those friendships are, pretty great.
Yeah.
I think another big thing though, because I was thinking about this. How do you start dating after high school?
It's a bit of a grey area.
It is.
No woman's walked up to me and said, "Hey Ben, that's a bloody nice head of hair you have there."
Well, besides, there was
no one will say that.
Like instances at the club where a girl was holding on to your jeans.
Jean pockets.
And then I had a girl pat me on the back saying, "Good job."
I don't think it was a girl more than it was like a 40-year-old woman.
That's still a chance, Ben.
No, look, if I'm gonna get in a relationship, it's gotta have meaning to it. It can't just be
I think your mum would prefer someone with a little bit more experience.
Yeah, just like, hey Ben, why don't you go out with one of my friends?
Hey Ben, I've got this this new girl at work. Her name is Gladys. She is about 57.
I think she'll really like you. I'm like, no thanks, Mum. I like the kind gesture, but I'm gonna have to pass.
But Ben, how are you ever going to, plant your seed or something like that?
She's probably too old for me to get my only heir.
Maybe not, maybe.
57 is pretty old. If she's gonna have a baby, she'll be freaking grandma age by the time they're grown up.
Probably, pretty random guess at an age. Probably, 60, maybe younger. Hey, old dogs are good dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want my first, proper real life relationship
to be with us. To be with 50 to 60 year old.
To be with a 50 to 60 year old.
So how young can we go? 40?
Probably around my age, give or take a couple of years, is what I'd say. Anybody around my age, give or take a couple of years, as long as you're older than 18. I'm 19.
Well, I think no one cares about 19-year-olds, though.
19-year-olds are just the epitome. They're like the odd number. They're a prime number. They're the epitome of science and research. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I've got my friend Dion. I'm allowed to say his name too. He had a pretty good 16th, pretty good 17th. 18th was really good because, you can finally start drinking. I don't know if I told you this. Bleep out his name. He was pretty wasted and he was like, guys, do you want to watch me chug these 2 bottles of beer down this tube that he found laying in the backyard? So another one of our friends decided to pour the alcohol down. That tube was the filthiest thing. And it was so dirty. And he was like, woohoo. Then this girl, blonde-head, I don't think Ben would know her. She's like, do you know what you just swallowed? Oh, yeah. And Dion's mum comes out and says, yeah, you do know we have cows, right? That was probably filled up with manure and shit. He went...
Like that time I ate kangaroo poo. Now, I told this in my last pod. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we probably don't need to
We don't need to hear this story the third time on this YouTube channel / SoundCloud, wherever you're listening. Stories are great, and they enable you to learn more about us and then other people, whoever we talk about.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah?
So I've been digging around the App Store on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
iPhone 7 Plus, pretty high tech. Going through the dating apps, going back on the topic of, how to get in a relationship after high school if you, maybe even, I don't see people at work. I'm all by myself listening to music all day, so I don't meet co-workers. So I was going through the apps thinking maybe there is a chance for me out there. There is an app that I definitely don't have a chance for called Between.
Tell me about it.
This app is an app for couples
where,
you go from the normal Facebooking or, just normal texting and, you say, oh, look, we're dating. This is so we can text each other. It is basically a relationship app.
I don't see the point of an app to talk to your couple when you can use Facebook or Skype or Kik, if you use Kik, any other messenger. I'm
pretty sure the app might be connected to Tinder. So after you meet someone on Tinder, you can do the whole, hey, let's stop texting on Tinder or let's not add each other on Facebook and download this app.
Yeah.
But I still don't see the point. Our town, it's not really big.
Yeah, 15,000 people.
Everyone in this town either becomes, a tradie, a brickie, or something like that, a miner, or they
work at the local McDonald's.
pretty much, or family business. It's really it.
I've never had a job properly, except for helping my auntie with her photo booth, which is a family business, as Michael said. So, the good thing about having a mother who works at a business is that they will invite her and her kids to work dinners. So, I got a free dinner. On Monday, this wasn't tonight because this will be on YouTube on Monday, but Monday last week, I got a free dinner and it was the best. Entree was salt and pepper squid, main was surf and turf, and dessert was pavlovas, and they were delicious. They were really good and I didn't even feel sick after, so congratulations, restaurant I went to. You didn't make me feel sick.
Where'd you go?
Ocean Blues.
Oh, they're alright.
Very nice. Though the steak wasn't even that big, it was a bit of a crappy sized steak for $37. I didn't pay anything, but if I was to, it'd be crappy.
My friend had a wedding at Ocean Blue.
Wedding or wedding reception?
No, wedding. Well, not like the dinner part.
Yeah, the reception.
Oh, okay. Yeah, had that there. That was an event.
An event.
Obviously the family and stuff, they enjoyed themselves, but my date was my friend Rose, but as she was like a bridesmaid, she sat at another table, so I had to sit with the family of the bride. Pretty... wait, was that actually the bride? Or maybe the husband? I sat with some people. Only a teacher was there, actually. I got set up at this wedding.
Set up?
Yeah, they tried to get me to date someone who's similar interest in music and stuff. So, got to know her when we were having the drinks and the speeches were being done. The moment the food comes out, her and I are having a good time talking.
Yeah.
Because we don't know any of the people there besides the bride and my friend.
Yeah.
So, we were talking and then I go up to get my food. I come back with meat. Yes. I get a pretty dirty look.
By who?
Oh, the girl they were trying to set me up with someone. I don't actually know if they were, but I'm pretty sure it was hinted. You know why? Because she's a vegetarian.
Oh.
Let's get on the topic of that.
Oh my god, vegetarians make me sick. I'm kidding.
Obviously, if you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. But we've been spending years trying to not, categorize ourselves. And now people are like, oh, I'm a vegetarian.
Problem with vegetarians is animals aren't going to be stopped being killed for consumption. So by you becoming a vegetarian, you're just missing out on steak, ham, bacon, lamb, that rhymed, pork, and chicken, everything.
So many people, it can be somewhat of a good argument, the whole why are they vegetarian?
Yeah.
But we've been doing it for way too long for me to care. I do care about how the animal's killed.
Yeah.
But I don't care about how
they taste.
You do think about it sometimes, though, when you're you're getting a bit of bacon and it doesn't taste good, and you're like, this is a waste of pig.
I mean...
This pig has literally lived for nothing.
I don't think that generally.
I do.
A lot of meat is wasted because people won't finish their meals and stuff. But you get vegetarians who are like, I'm a vegetarian, but I'll eat chicken and fish. It's
I'm pretty sure they have different names, but...
I think it's red meat they don't want to eat.
Yeah, I don't eat anything with a face. Fishes have a face. So do, snails. People eat snails.
It's how about stop feeling bad and just start enjoying the delicious taste of beef and pork.
Come join Ben and I as we slaughter pigs, goats, cows, chickens on the ocean blue field.
Just so you all know, once we get to episode 10, we'll be doing a sausage sizzle down at the Whale Tail.
We're all 4 vegetarians, but just know that we'll be having a pretty good barbecue with sausages. These sausages are not just, cow or chicken or anything. We're doing a mixed... It's going to be called chicken cow pig. Chicken cow pig sausages with...
with your lovely onion. So if you're vegetarian, you can just have onion. Be known, though, it'll be cooked on the same barbecue that meat has been on.
Or you can have that, weird thing that they, put the sausage in. That just thing that looks like plastic when you watch those, sausage-making videos.
The synthetic sausage skin stuff.
Yeah,
you can eat intestine lining.
You can eat that because we'll have some spare. You can put your onions in that. It'll be onion in a sling.
We'll be making the sausages.
We
did in agriculture. Oh, that's a story for another day, though.
What is your opinion on people who don't eat eggs because they think it is a part of being a vegetarian?
Well, that's more vegans. They won't want to eat animals or animal products.
Oh, that's it, vegan. What do you think of that? Because
I mean, for some it's just a diet, and for others they just don't want to eat animals. And what I have to say to that is, you'll probably find that if you eat an animal, it'll taste delicious.
And if you don't, you will die.
I mean, you're not going to die as such, but you do get...
Your family's going to hate you and your mother's going to just kick you out on the street.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Your family will just start hating you if you keep being a vegan. We obviously are joking, because your family might be vegan too.
Hey Ben, I feel sorry for all the animals that provide for us. I feel sorry for the plants. You know, I've heard this new thing called water.
Oh,
no, because you know what? You know, the clouds make that, and I'm not going to eat or drink anything that comes from something else.
Wow, that was touching.
So that equals death. But I would rather die than...
I mean, you get people who are afraid of water. So imagine if there was somebody who was vegan, but they also didn't want to eat vegetables, and they were afraid of water.
Speaking of being afraid of water, so you told me off for not inviting you to this, but it was actually Malachi's idea. Yeah. Malachi, as you all know, was the prank call. Not really prank call. Well, I don't even know what it was. I just felt like ringing him, and you said it was a prank.
Yeah.
So we hanged out... probably like 2 months ago. Not even that, a month ago. And we went jetty jumping.
Oh, yeah?
After planning it for an afternoon.
And I was never told.
We got 2 cans of soft drink. We went down. We were having a good time there.
Yeah.
Halfway through when he dives off the jetty. When you dive off the jetty in this area, you like can swim and there's like this thing you climb and then there's a slide.
Yeah.
We went there. The moment he left and basically was somewhere in the middle of the ocean, he decides to admit to me that he's scared of the ocean. I could not get him to swim back to the jetty or shore because he was not comfortable.
He was freaked?
He was freaking out.
So what did you do?
Well, we swam back. I got him to swim back.
Oh, okay.
But, like, the whole ocean was covered with seaweed, and he kept on doing the whole, what if there's electric eels swimming in the water?
I mean, I guess it's just a fear.
I get it. He also kept on saying... you know, what if there's a shark? And I'm like, you can see down the bottom.
I mean, there was a shark out at Lucky Bay that somebody took a video of not too long ago. It was a great white.
I was there for that. It was pretty exciting.
You were there?
Yeah, because I enjoyed my jetty jumping. I did a jetty jump there as well. And then...
no jetties there.
Oh, wait, what? Where?
Lucky Bay.
Oh, yeah, no, not there then.
Oh.
Where's the place that the boat for Woody Island goes?
It's just on the foreshore. I don't really know what it's called.
And then, like... yeah, you know where the tea rooms are, though.
Yeah, and, like, the yacht club's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went jumping off there literally 10 minutes after getting in the water. A great white came around.
Nice.
Pretty
I think my mum's leaving for Perth now.
Wait.
Yeah, my mum's going to Perth for the weekend.
Is that why is your sister going as well?
No, she just was here because my mum didn't want to, like, just not see her before she left. Hey, Mum, do you want to say bye on the podcast?
Bye.
No, come here. You can do a little bit of the podcast.
Bye.
No, we have to say. All right. So my mum.
Don't force your mum into this.
If she wants to. My mum's heading to Perth now. She'll probably be back by the time this podcast is out. But Mum, do you want to come and say something for the podcast?
You might see her driving along. Her license plate number is E223.
Do you want to say anything, Mum?
Just that I can't wait to go on the plane.
All right. Is that all?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, she can't wait to go on the plane. So it's now time for the Fanta. Shake it to the camera. Get out of here now.
I'm saying bye. I love you, Ben.
You can't say Fanta. See ya. You can't say Fanta because we'll get sued.
Okay, close the door, please. We know. Alright.
Fellas, that is Ben's mum, and time to break the news, Ben. I'm your daddy.
That's a bit impossible considering you're younger than me. So, we've got some orange...
Jelly Fanta, we're allowed to say it.
Yeah, we're going to say it. Jelly Fanta.
So, this is something.
It's new, the Jelly Fanta.
But it's rare to find because people have realised how disgusting it is.
Yeah, so they've just taken it off shelves. It is gross.
I like it.
I've never tried it.
I did text you. I was talking to you about it, and I said it is one of the best drinks you'll have. Just to say yeah. It does say shake it 10 times, but when I first drunk it, I shaked it so many times, thinking it would become like a solid jelly. And then I realised how would I get it out of the can.
All right, so Listen to that, the fizziness. It doesn't fizz over, even though it's been shaken.
It doesn't.
Up.
Well, that's because, have you ever had aloe vera?
Oh, it is fizzing up.
Saved it.
Alright, so we got some in a cup here.
I want it to stop fizzing.
Oh. So I got some in this cup.
Wait, how much do you have?
A tiny bit.
No, that's not torturous enough.
Alright. So I've got it in a cup here, as you heard it being poured. So I'm going to give it a little try. So, it doesn't taste that bad. Tastes like regular Fanta. It's just like lumpy Fanta.
Move it around in your teeth. Like, keep it in your mouth. And
It's like slime in a way.
do you guys hear that? Like,
ASMR.
it's actually a lot better tasting than the last one I had.
It does just really taste like Fanta.
This was a bit of a waste. Last time I had it, it was the worst thing ever. Malachi's girlfriend felt sick after it. She was quite ill.
Well, maybe it just depends on the batch. Maybe they made like a flavorless one or something.
Maybe it's because I shook it like 100 times last time, and it was actually, jelly.
I don't know whose idea it was to make this. It's like...
Do you want to keep drinking it?
I do. It's not that bad.
Serious?
Yeah. It's just weird. I don't know if you could just scull it. I
I
don't
kind
know
of feel like it's like a meal.
I mean, yeah, it's like food and drink in one. It's like a watermelon. You bite into the watermelon, then it turns into a drink.
Or Cocoa Pops,
Like a chocolate milkshake, only crunchy. So much free product placement in this episode.
That was very disappointing.
What, the Fanta?
The Fanta reaction, because I thought I think it's like the grossest thing ever.
It's just lumpy Fanta.
Yeah, but it tastes like you're having that powdered sour crap.
Powdered sour crap? I don't know.
Sherbet.
Sherbet. Oh, yeah, it does taste a bit sherbety.
But I also don't like sherbet.
An experiment. Put Jelly Fanta through a filter. So it filters out the liquid and leaves the jelly so you can see what it actually is.
Well, I couldn't find Jelly Fanta in any store that I went in. Because I went into 5 and only one had it, and this was the last can. This could be the last remaining Jelly Fanta and we have wasted it.
They advertise it like it's so good, but it isn't.
You just said you liked it.
I have mixed emotions. No, it's not so good.
Do you feel like you've had a meal, though? Because I find that it's quite filling.
I don't know how to feel. It messes with anything else that's in your stomach as well.
Your toilet entries tonight are going to be fun, though.
It's like, for example, when you're eating, say, just food, and then you mix wine. You drink wine after. It gave me a sore stomach when I did that. That's right, I also had wine when I was having the free dinner, and I got a bit tipsy, but it didn't last, and I'm sad, because I like it last.
You are so weak.
I am so weak.
A
glass of wine will make me tipsy.
Ben thinks he's had a lot to drink. We'll recall back to when, Ben... he had, all these drinks before we went clubbing. I had twice as much. Actually, I probably had 2. Every one Ben had, I had 2. At the end of the night, I finally got tipsy. Ben was on the floor. We had to, call his mum and get him home.
That isn't what happened. My mum was searching for me because I didn't have my phone and she was worried.
So Ben and I planned to get a drink, and his mum knew about that. He decided to not tell his mum that he was going...
It was because...
to get a drink.
Oh, no. I told my mum that me and you were going to go to the pub. But I wasn't expecting to go to the nightclub. Jeebus said he'd contact my mum when we got home.
I told my mum this, though, and she was like, really? It was like mum wars was going on. It was like, if that was you, I'd just leave you out. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, well...
If it was, 48 hours, then I would text you. But secretly, no, my mum's a bit clingy.
No, but it's good to have a mum that looks out for you. My mum said she was searching for 1.5 hours. I guess it was 1:30 when she found me. As soon as it hit midnight, she probably got a little bit worried. I mean, she did get a little bit worried. It's not a matter of probably.
Going back to the topic of, getting into the nightclub, you have to have identification.
Don't do this to me.
So, most people, maybe even a library card from your high school, smart rider cards as they're called, or maybe you've got your license. Ben brought his passport.
That's my only form of ID, and it has a picture of me from 6 years ago in it.
Where is it? Obviously I have your passport in my hand, but where's the photo?
Yeah, Michael has my passport now.
I have his passport.
It's a bit bent up.
But thing is, you technically don't look like you've grown up.
At least it looks like me.
And
that does not look like me. I don't want to...
You look like you've just bombed a country.
They didn't even Yeah.
Obviously a joke, and, every time I get a passport done, or identification photo done, they're like, oh, there's your mugshot. but you actually look like you've done something bad.
My resting face just looks like that. That's why a woman came up to me when I was at karaoke once and was like, "Be happy, mate." Or whatever. It's like, I'm not, like, nothing wrong with me. Anything else to talk about, or are we gonna end?
Well, we've nearly reached
We've
last
reached about...
episode's mark.
Yeah, we've reached about 40 minutes, but it's gonna be edited down to around 20 to 30.
I thought our topics would last a lot longer. You know, I thought the Jelly Fanta would have had a lot more.
Just remember, we are still only new to podcasts, so the first few episodes might not be the greatest.
I'm trying not to insult anyone, because I love making people cry. That camp that I was talking about last one with the girl who liked me, I was talking to my friend about it because she listened to it and she's like, "I was on that camp, why didn't you mention me?" Well, Rose, you get a shout out.
And,
there you go.
And, well, I'll just quickly look on my Facebook friends list, see who else I can give a shout out to, because I don't want to be left in the dark. No, here, I'll just give a shout out to my good brother Alex. Shout out to you, brother. Alright, that's gonna finish things up before the Lime Banana podcast once again. Was this episode better or worse than last time? Probably worse in my opinion.
I kind of think the first one was bad too.
Yeah.
Because when I was sharing it around on site, I said, "Do you want to listen to something purely autistic?"
Well, no, I mean, it probably won't be too bad once I edit it and cut out some bits and keep in some bits. Anyway, that's gonna finish things up for the Lime Banana podcast. My name's Ben.
And my name's Michael Stefano.
And this was the Lime Banana podcast. See you next week.
Boop.